Ebony, do you ever look shit on fucking camera?
Do you know what? It's these miracle lights. They're great. I want to carry one around everywhere I go.
You look absolutely phenomenal, as per usual. It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Ebony, what have you been up to?
Where do we start? How long have we got? No, look, obviously, the biggest news is my move from the south to the north. It was always going to happen. Just happened a little bit sooner than I think we expected. But, I had to do what I have to do. And I'm really excited about it. I'm really comfortable up north. I always have been. I travel up there anyways. Leeds, Dave Coldwell is an amazing trainer. He was recommended to me. And what a great recommendation, because he's, like, the people that had recommended to me said he'd be great for you, great for your style, and for the way I am, the way I think, and what I like, because I'm very meticulous, I'm very clever, as they say, and I like to, everything to be broken down, and it has to be, and he's like that, and I love that. So I'm learning so much, and he's very attentive to everything that I'm doing, and there's no bullshit, and it's great. I love being in that gym there. Got obviously fellow Leeds supporter, Hopey Price, and his brother Elias as well, and a few other guys, and I was having my voice too many interviews. Sorry. And so it's great. I'm enjoying up there, and I absolutely, I don't know what my voice is. I actually did this thing this morning. I was at
Singing?
No, I was at an ABC boxing club in Sheffield, and I did like chats for like 3 hours to all the kids, like motivating the kids and inspiring them, telling them everything. So my voice is going, plus all the interviews. So sorry, my balls are not dropping. Anyway, and I just love being up north around like Derbyshire, and like Sheffield has such beautiful scenery. Like I go out for a walk pretty much every day in the mountains and in the peaks, and it's incredible, and I just love it because I love nature. And I've got such good friends up here. Obviously Nicola Hopewell, my best friend, she's just around the corner. So many friends, so it's great.
We love to hear it. One of the things I was going to ask, because obviously you've been with Mark Tibbs for such a long time, did you think that you'd have any problems like adapting to a new coach? Because it's new, isn't it? Yeah. It's what you know. It's the habits that you've got as a fighter. You're used to a certain type of coaching. What is it like to move?
No, you know what? I'm very good with adapting and adversity. I'm so used to it. I used to have my Australian coach, and then I would train with him, and then I would go to Philly for 4 weeks before my fights, and I would train with the Americans in Philly for 4 weeks, and then I'd come to US. There was one fight where I couldn't even go back to the Philly, so then I had to stay in the UK and train with Enzo Macronelli for the Gangor fight, so that was another one. And then after that, sorry, my voice. And then after that, going back to Philly and then going with Mark. So I'm so used to like chopping and changing. For me, everyone has something different to offer. You know what I mean? So it is different training styles, but every trainer has different things that they look at or different things that they teach. So for me, it feels like I'm just getting such a big toolbox and I'm learning so many things. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, that person focused on this person focusing on this one. So it's kind of like it's just expanding my knowledge, and it's great, And one thing obviously I love about Dave is the attention to detail and the game plans, the IQ, the cleverness, and I really love all that kind of stuff because I like to think. So, maybe to think too much, but no, it's really good.
Adapting to new styles then, because you think, say for example, sometimes when we see fighters go with new trainers, sometimes they don't like have that gel, and you can see them like in between two styles. One of the ones I'll try and explain is maybe when Lawrence Okoli fought for the first time under Sugar Hill, you could see that he might have been trying to do stuff, but it wasn't necessarily working. How are we going to get that blend? Because you're an aggressive, come forward. You're a puncher.
Of course.
You're a boxer puncher. How is David going to add to that?
Yeah. So pretty much, like most of my trainers that I've had that I've picked, they train me for my style. You know what I mean? All of them have done it to develop that. Obviously, Tibbs was a little bit more trying to get me to box a little bit more as well, because you don't want to just be a one-trick pony, or you don't want to just be one-dimensional. So it is always important that you do everything, which I do. And the same with Dave, backwards and forwards, you do everything. I don't know, I can't say anymore because it's like, my voice. No, I know, it's so bad. No, I'll just start talking like this. No, but yeah, I tend to have trainers that really focus on my strengths, but then, teach me shit that I need to know as well. So Dave's great. Like, pretty much, I feel like with Dave, he's really, really honing in on my style and making it better. As in, like, I honestly have no idea. Like, it's only been 2 weeks, and wow, I'm like, holy shit, like I'm already feeling so much better, so much stronger. Like just expect Connolly, like we've been sparring, like, do you know what I mean? I'm feeling so good just for the little adjustments that he's making, and the way that he teaches. I can feel the improvements already. So I'm very, very excited. Like I really think that, like, you thought I was dangerous before, I feel like I'm going to be even more dangerous with everything that I'm learning. So yeah, it's going to be really good.
Keeping an eye on your division, then we saw Nina Hughes out the other week, fighting on obviously the Matchroom card. Your thoughts on Nina Hughes and obviously her performance?
Yeah.
Meant to be Shannon Courtney.
Yeah.
By the wayside, we digress, but yeah, your thoughts?
Yeah. I think what Nina Hughes has done is great, amazing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's shit to talk about someone's age, especially like all the time. But you know, you've got to just be honest. Like, you know what I mean? Like the reality is, she's a freaking mum, and she's like 40, and she's a world champ doing all that. And like, you know, obviously she came as like a maybe not to win, you know, and she done that. And I just love that shit. I love those stories, and I got to take my hat off to her because I don't know how she does it with kids. Like, and that's one thing that women got to do. You know, the men don't have those problems. They're not looking after kids because their wives are looking after kids while they fuck off on camp. But you can't do that as a woman, you know. So much respect to her. You know, I think she's strong. I think she came into that fight, you know, obviously having to change a game plan because it's completely different to what Shannon Courtney would have been. And she did it well. She did the business, you know. So I'm looking forward to that fight for me and her in the future. I think we're gonna have a really great fight when we fight. Once I get this fight out of the way, and we'll go from there.
So when are you back out?
I'm hoping. Well, you know, Eddie Hearn's talking about August, so let's see what happens. I'm getting ready and preparing for that, so hopefully it is August. And I'd like to have another fight after that. And yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing you back out, looking forward to seeing like your style, the developments, the changes. But I know that you're no stranger to moving. You left Australia to come over here, so moving a few hundred miles up the road is not going to be that much of a big deal, is it?
Yeah, no. I mean, it's a little bit, but it took me about a week to adjust. You know, I moved across the country, across the world, but I do whatever I have to do for my boxing, and I know it's the right choice because every single choice that I've made in boxing has been the right choice. So it's not going to stop now. Everything I do is meant to happen, and it's all for the greater goal of mine and my destiny, which is to be undisputed.
And one thing that you don't do is blow your own trumpet. We've got Nicola Hopewell. I've just had the pleasure of speaking to her. You've decided to take your platform, your money, your hard-earned money, and pay it forward, invest in future fighters.
Yeah.
Something that will make you stand out from the rest. Why, Ebanie?
Do you know why? Because I honestly remember what it was like at the beginning of my boxing career. And when I was fighting in the small hall shows, you know, my opponents cost me like $4,500 to fight, you know, and if I didn't have sponsors, I would have been like fucked, you know, and it's really hard. It's a cutthroat, you know. Some people get debuts on the big platforms, but not many. You know, and also Nicola, my friends like Nicola, Stevie, Lauren Parker, you know, these girls have been with me from day one, from the start, before I was even fought in the UK, you know, so we've been friends and they've supported me before I was like this big, you know, bomber. So I want to give back because I see how hard it is for them. You know, Stevie has a kid, she's a single mum, you know, Nicola works full time, same with Lauren Parker, working full time, you know, all these kind of things. And if I can help with my finances to help them, you know, my little bit of help will go a long way in their careers at the moment. Because if I'm telling you, if it wasn't for me to have my sponsors that might have given me a couple of grand here and there, I wouldn't be fucking here. No way. I wouldn't have been able to do it. I wouldn't have been able to fight, and I wouldn't have been able to, you know, get overseas and do my things. So, and I want to see these girls be successful, and I know that they have it. You know, I know that, you know, Nicola, I know all of them have it inside of them to become champions. So yeah, I want to see that, and I'm happy to be part of it.
Always positive to see you. Always positive stuff coming from Ebanie Bridges. I can't wait to see you back out.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for your time. I know you got a queue waiting. So until the next time.
Always a pleasure. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter, October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.